I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing. Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly. That whole Buddhist mindset. I think I'm going to become a monk. I really do. If I became a monk, do you think I could do it?
So you want my brutal, honest opinion?
Well, you give it to me all the time anyway, so I don't think.
No, not all the time. I hold back a lot.
No, Jesus Christ, man. well, that's
because as I get older, it's like everybody can't take everything a certain way. Like the way I can take a certain thing,
yeah,
other people can't take it that way.
Well, and that's understandable. Well, there's different strokes for different folks, but good Lord. But the good Lord has brought us.
No, wait, you didn't let me answer the question.
No, well, yeah, go ahead before I.
Personally, I don't think you have enough discipline.
Okay, that's true. I don't.
Yeah.
Do you see the trash that's collecting over here?
That was clue number one.
Clue number one.
Yes.
Clue number two. Well, we'll get to that later. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 141. Yes, 141 episodes of this here Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Jared, say hello.
Wait a second, so I can have my little thing come up here in the corner, or over here.
Is it there?
No.
Okay, excellent. And if you guys are watching, I think you would notice the sporty national jerseys that me and Jared are rocking.
First of all, I was going to wear mine anyway, and then RJ was like, I want to wear mine too.
Dude, I was going to wear it.
I want to be just like Jared.
I don't want to be like Jared. Nobody wants to be like Jared. I don't think I've ever met anybody in my life that says, I want to be like Jared. Maybe I want.
You haven't met them, but I'm sure they're out there.
Well,
somebody's out there probably like, I want to be like RJ.
You know what? Do you find that weird if someone wants to be like you?
I mean, I'd prefer not to know if they want to be like me, but because because I don't feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point I was getting to. If you feel like you want to be me or Jared, why don't you take a step back for a second?
Oh, I was no. I'm first. No, what the fuck is going on? Okay, I'm not saying that. Okay. What you're trying to say, like, we're not doing all bad. Okay.
No.
So just fucking relax on that route you were taking.
Oh yeah,
take a U-turn.
All right, we're bucking a U here. Back to the nice Washington Cherry Blossom national jerseys that we are rocking today on the show that we got last week when we went to the game. And as you guys know, there was not a show last week because me and Jared were standing in the rain at the Nats Park.
No, we weren't.
It rained.
We weren't standing in it.
I was standing
Stop
in the rain.
lying to people.
I'm not lying to anybody.
Where were you standing in the rain?
You don't remember dancing and singing in the rain?
No, I don't.
Nah. During Star Wars Day at Nats Park?
I remember it raining during Star Wars Day at Nats Park.
Dude, it was.
So that's why we weren't here last week, because it was Star Wars Day, it was baseball, and after the day was done, it was a long day because there was a rain delay. By the time we got back here, we're like, nah, I'm not doing shit. And then the next day, I guess, from being in the heat and then.
Oh yeah, dude, I was done.
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere Sunday.
I just laid in my bed the whole day, watched Lost in Space, binge watched the first season.
Oh, you're late.
Well, I initially started watching it when the show came out. Mm-hmm. Like I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but I think I was watching something else at the time, and I just got sidetracked.
Oh, there was something else that was out at that time. Because I remember when I first started watching it, and yeah, I remember you had said you had started watching it, and then I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, so I basically binged the whole first season. I
mean, that's with that show. I feel like that show is a binge show.
It is
because it brings you every time to the next episode. It's like, fuck, bro, I need to.
And the one thing I do like about that show, and I was telling my sister because my sister actually watched it pretty much the whole thing with me, is that there's always something happening.
Yeah.
Each episode. Once you think, okay, they let off the gas a little bit, there's room to breathe, something else occurs.
Yep.
So it keeps you like constantly engaged, which I think is really cool. And
actually, to me, I hate using the word underrated, but that show didn't get the push that it should have gotten. I mean, I remember growing up watching. There was I can't remember if there was a show or a movie, but this is not the first time Lost in Space has been done.
Yeah.
But as a kid growing up, I just remembered the Danger, Will Roger, Danger. That's the only part that I remember it from the show as a kid or whatever it was on. I think it was done like 3 times. I think it was a movie.
Well, I know there was a movie done.
And then there was a series, and then this series.
Here, well, we have the power of the internet.
Oh,
let's see. Yeah. We're not utilizing our tools here. If anybody likes my
That's because I'm trying to do 2 things at once.
This is true. If anybody likes my sporty new glasses, I took them from Jared.
As usual.
And I'm going to have to give them back because that is self-discipline, folks.
And I'm also an only child, and I have a hard time giving people things.
Man, I'll just give everything away.
Or sharing, I should say.
Sharing is caring, buddy. Okay, so we got Lost in Space, obviously 3 seasons currently on Netflix.
Is it 3 already?
Yeah, 3 seasons. I mean, the first 2 seasons are 10 episodes, and I believe the 3rd season is 8.
I mean, I've seen all of them. I just don't remember going through all of it. I guess because I was watching it as it was going on. Let's see, Lost in Space original.
Yeah, let's see. So we got it up here on the internet. So 1985. Is that what that says?
Hold on, I'm switching. 1965.
Okay, wow, that font's kind of small. I can't.
And that was 3 seasons also. It's small to you, but it's big as shit to everybody else.
Yeah, well, at least they can read it. Yeah. So 1965. Yeah, that's when I thought it was made. I thought 85 sounded too late. I feel like if it was 85, I'd have some more.
It definitely wasn't 85. There was something else, though. Because I remember maybe I was watching reruns or something. Wasn't there another series or another? Maybe this was the original. I mean, obviously it's the original. Let's see, all. Try that.
Let's see, Lost in Space.
So 2018 and 2021. Yeah, so there was only 2. I just remember, I know there was another one before, and I remember Danger, Will Robinson, Danger.
Danger. Yeah, dude. Fucking robot's cool, dude. Fucking, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I only watched.
So you only finished 1 so far?
1 season, yes.
Okay.
So.
Oh, yeah, there is 3. I remember. Okay, because the 3rd one just came out the end of last year.
So I watched 1 episode of the 2nd season, and obviously since I had been watching the entire show all day, I turned it off, cut something else on, and then I went to sleep.
Oh, yeah, you got to take a break.
Yeah, no. I was like, all right, I got through 1 season.
1 season, especially 10 episodes, and you're looking at an hour. That's 10 hours in a day.
Yeah, but we started relatively early. We probably started around like maybe 11 or 12.
It's still 10 hours.
Yeah, I know. But definitely enjoyed it. Lazy Sunday, hung out with my sister. Ordered some food, just chilling, hanging out. And I did not hang the curtains that I told my mother I was going to hang a month
or
ago.
Build a vanity or build whatever else you were supposed to do.
I don't do anything of responsibility.
While he was
house.
on vacation last week, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't do a damn thing.
Hey, I enjoyed myself.
Okay.
I mean, I wish I didn't have to go back to work because this week was fucking
Who wants
nuts.
to go back to work? Oh, speaking of that, I have, but yeah, fuck, man, you don't play enough. I have something that I've been thinking about doing. I don't want to say it out on here because I don't even know if it's gonna come to fruition. But I was just thinking about something, and I think I told you a while ago that I wanted to do this, but I think it's gonna take a lot more energy than I particularly want to put in at this moment. But it's definitely a lucrative proposition if it falls the way I would like it to. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. But
okay, all right. Well, thank you for giving everybody blue balls on the internet.
Good, that's what they get.
No. So, I guess back to our weekend. Obviously, we went to Nats Park. Fortunately, the streak is over for me. We lost.
His fucking streak for the 2 games he goes to a year.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it didn't matter.
The streak is over.
They're 30 and something, bro.
I'm very aware. They're the worst team in baseball.
No, they're not.
Well, that's they have the worst record in baseball.
Oh, did you see last night the Blue Jays beat the brakes off of the fucking Red Sox?
No, I was actually watching the Orioles game last night.
26.
Yes.
No, 28 to. Hold on, let me look at it.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to have to see this. I was literally watching the O's game because that was on in the establishment that I was in.
Fuck the O's.
And I believe they lost.
Why are you watching the O's so much? I don't understand.
It was on the TV there. I didn't know who else was
Fuck
playing.
them, bro. They're garbage.
Doesn't matter. Let's
I
go.
don't care
O's.
if they were here. Blah, blah, blah. No, I was a fan of the players back in the day, not the team.
No, so went to Nats Park, and the crazy. Do you know what I find ironic, Jared? Is I was going to text you on Monday when this happened, but Juan Soto obviously
Say that again.
Juan.
Oh my God.
Juan.
Okay.
Juan Soto. Obviously is in that big deal debacle, and he's probably going to be leaving Washington, and it's just gonna.
Oh well, that's what they do. That's how the organization runs itself.
Yeah, which is god awful, by the way. Please stop it.
Let's bring in the best players we possibly can, and then fucking let them go after only their first contract is out, and they fucking put out.
Yeah, exactly. Stop doing that, please. It hurts us as fans, and it just hurts my soul. And you know what Juan Soto did on Monday?
It hurts their ticket sales too, by the way.
Yes, it does.
And jersey sales.
And jersey sales. And I don't even know if we want to come back and get free bobbleheads.
Look, I'm telling you, when we were looking at these jerseys last week, I don't want that fucking bobblehead.
Yeah, fuck.
When we were looking at the jerseys last week, everybody, remember we were having a discussion like, who should we get on the back of our jersey, because Soto might not be there, and there was a shitload of Soto jerseys there. There was some Zimmerman ones, which, in my opinion, that would be the only jersey that I would get, only because he was drafted, signed, and retired from the Nationals, so he's forever. You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Playing with yourself.
Oh yeah, well my balls itch. It's like, nah, I'm just
Jesus
joking.
Christ.
My balls don't itch, folks. It's
But
fine.
if I can't, it throws my concentration off when I see
I'm sorry.
when your hand is down there and you're just playing around. And it's like, what the fuck is he doing?
I'm not playing with myself. It's so weird. Okay, let's.
The internet may fucking differ. But.
Yeah, but okay, folks. So anyway, so we got the Zim, and then they had the Josh Bell jersey.
Oh yeah, we don't know how long he's gonna be here either.
Yeah, so it's kind of skeptical. So, but they also had the blanks, which me and Jared both ended up getting. I left mine blank for the time being, and Jared got his customized.
Yeah, they don't need to know what I got
Okay,
customized.
well, but it's cool though.
That's too much information that they need anyway.
It doesn't. Well, we're talking about them.
Yeah,
The jerseys.
Yeah, we're talking about the jersey. Yeah, I got a custom jersey. They don't need to know what's on my shit.
Okay, so, but on Monday obviously was the home run derby, and do you know who won the home run derby, Jared? Juan Soto.
And just another reason for him to go somewhere else. That's all that was.
And he won each of the last two rounds by one home run.
Yeah, because he's smart and he fucking didn't go all out the first round like, oh boy. He was like, oh, I'm going to hit 32 the first two rounds. Like, all right, bro,
Yeah, the one guy-
all you got to do is get in.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
So, so congratulations to him. And then I was like, oh my God. And what Jared just said, more reason for him to go somewhere else. And I was like, God damn it. But I was happy at the same time. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Please stop taking.
I'm happy you got it, but you got to remember, Bryce Harper did the same thing his last year here. Remember when we hosted it here?
Yeah.
The Nationals hosted the All-Star game that year. Bryce Harper ended up winning the home run derby, and he said "fuck off, Nats" and rolled out.
And went to
So fuck
Philadelphia.
him.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just a horrible.
And you motherfuckers that walk around the fucking stadium still with Bryce Harper jerseys on, fuck you. You're not a fucking fan. I'm sorry. If you have a Bryce Harper, you know what? I'll even venture out to say it. I saw a couple Scherzer jerseys out there. I mean, I get it. You want to support your team, and that's the only jersey you got. Wear another fucking shirt. You don't need to fucking wear a player for a shirt for a team for a player who's not here anymore, and fucking basically, I don't know. I guess I'm talking loyalty at this point.
Yeah.
Trey Turner the same way. I love both of those guys, but then they went to the fucking enemy. They went to the not the Dodger Cowboys. They went to the Dallas Cowboys of baseball, in my opinion, because it's either the Yankees or the Dodgers is where all the fucking what do they want the bandwagoners go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, oh, I'm a Dodgers fan because they fucking won this, especially now that they won a couple years ago. You're going to get a bunch of young kids, like, growing up that they're going to become Dodgers fans because they won the Super Bowl, or just, I'm mixing everything up. They won the World Series. when they were this stage and this, that, other thing. And then same thing with the Yankees. The Yankees were fucking good for so many years. They won so many pennants. It's the America's team. Like, man, fuck all that. Like, pick your fucking team, whether they do good or bad, and ride with it. Don't just fucking pick a team. I don't know. Maybe I'm not explaining myself right.
Your kids are polluting the populace with the funk of
It's not just the kids, man. It's adults, too.
You're polluting the populace with the funk of other teams, and we don't like it. It smells bad.
That's not what I was saying. I was talking about people supporting players that aren't on their team anymore.
Yeah, it would be weird. That's how I felt in high school when I had my Antoine Randall jersey.
Now, if you are, I don't know. I guess I'm having two conflicting points of views here because I am also a fan of certain players, and I will root for them, but I won't root for their team. Now, like I said, Scherzer and Trey Turner, I loved them when they were here. Now they are on the Dodgers. I don't hate them, but I don't fucking want to hear somebody saying, "Did you hear about Scherzer's no hitter?" What team's he playing for? The Dodgers. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Trey Turner, he's a Golden Glove this year. So,
yeah,
what team is he on?
The Dodgers.
Yeah, that's great. I love the fact that he's doing well. However, fuck him.
And the Dodgers,
especially the Dodgers.
What up, Clay? So
I wasn't calling anybody out. Why do you do that?
I'm just.
I wasn't even calling. I wasn't even.
I'm not saying you were. I'm just having fun with it. That's all.
Not that he even watches this show, but whatever.
And so in I guess in somewhat sports related news, sports entertainment news.
Oh God, how you gonna switch up to me like that? We just had a great, real sports conversation, and you gonna switch over to that shit.
Well, it's because Vince McMahon retired yesterday.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude,
he should have retired fucking years ago.
This is probably true.
Probably is not the right word to use there.
However, as a diehard loyal wrestling fan since the age of 4 or 5, okay, Vincent Kennedy McMahon,
so diehard that his friend got him a autograph with all these. Here, let me show everybody again. His friend got him an autographed by all these great wrestling legends. If I guess they're kind of legends.
You will not disrespect Conrad Johnson.
I will.
Or Conrad Johnson.
And Regal. The only one I fuck with is Hardy. The Hardy brothers. I don't fuck with none of the rest of them.
Man, dude, William Regal's the man.
Who's that? Bro. Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Eric Bischoff. I'm bad.
All right. That's enough for that time. But anyway, notice how this is still sitting down here, ladies and gentlemen. It was supposed to be laminated months ago and put up on our wall for more decorations in the background. However, RJ dropped the ball.
Speaking of dropping the ball, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the genetic jackhammer, the reason that we have sports entertainment the way we do today, has retired, and he retired on the 40th anniversary of him taking over the company from his father, Vince McMahon Sr., okay? Now, obviously, there's a lot of, he's going against a lot of sexual allegations right now, which is more than likely the reason for his retirement. It's tainted, to say the least. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to, get into all that. But as a fan, from a strictly a fan standpoint, thank you, Vince, for all that cool shit, dude. Come on, man. The genetic jackhammer got the biggest grapefruits. Vinnie Mac. No chance in hell. Come on, man. So it's just different. So the wrestling world is a little shaken up and seeing what's going to happen because apparently Brock Lesnar, who was supposed to wrestle next Saturday night at SummerSlam, walked out of SmackDown's tapings yesterday but was convinced to come back because Vince McMahon announced his retirement. Very, very scandalous shit, folks. I'm just telling you. I don't know what the future holds, but I'm looking forward to it. And that is all. Yeah. One day we're going to go to a wrestling show and we're going to sit in the front row and I hope somebody gets thrown through a table right in front of you and you can chant, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit.
No, I won't do that.
Dude, you have to.
No, I don't.
Dude, it's essential.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you have to.
No, I don't.
It's purposeful.
Anyway, back to real sports. Here's what I was talking about. This was, I think this game was yesterday. But anyway, you can see the final score was 28-5 against the at Fenway Park. On top of that,
So they got 11 runs in the fifth.
it doesn't matter where they had them.
I know, but I'm just kind of looking at where they were kind of. Yeah, so through the third through the fifth is when they just kind of just took a shit all over everybody. God damn, dude, that's a lot of
Points.
That's a lot of points. That's runs. That's a lot of whoever was pitching was probably not going to sleep well at night, and probably had his hands in his face or was doing like the whole face palm thing.
Face palm. Yeah.
Oh my God, ew. I don't know. That's that kind of stinks. But when we go to Star Wars Day next year, okay, because there will be another one.
Yeah, it's one every year.
Yeah,
every team has their own day that they designate as Star Wars Day.
So they, I was going to say we weren't able to get the Juan Soto bobblehead.
Fuck that bobblehead.
It might have been a collector's item after a certain point. Yeah, maybe.
How many? You know what? Let me Google this.
I'm just saying. I wonder if they're
not.
You never know.
I don't think they are. I don't think they're worth shit.
Well, I wouldn't mean now, but I mean
ever.
Here, let's pull it up.
Keep talking.
No, well, I for one wanted one because it was pretty cool because he had the Han Solo vest and the pants and the bat as a saber and all that stuff. That was cool. Like it's novelty, but I enjoy that stuff. Okay, so we got a collection of bobbleheads.
You can make some money, but you're not gonna make a ton of money.
So are these all the ones that are currently available?
These are whatever people are selling. Like here's one on eBay. Hold on. Gotta get the arrow over
there. We go.
Like here's this one on eBay. The Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is from 6/15/19. Who's that? Sean who?
Sean Doolittle.
Oh, who's not even here anymore.
Yeah.
$150 on eBay. This person probably got it for free. So they're making profit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to do all that. I'm not going through all that shit.
Ooh, they have the
here's a whole set.
Oh, let me see.
These are 2011 and 2017 Jason Worth. So I guess from the whole time he was here until he left. $170. So you gotta wait. What's that? 6 years?
Yeah.
Before you can see a profit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you never know.
Plus how much the tickets cost.
This is true.
Unless you got the tickets for free, but.
Well, and in honor of you taking care of that last week, the next time we go, I will buy the tickets.
Neither here nor there. That's not what I was getting at when I brought that up. You always bring up the weirdest shit.
No. But I want to accommodate because we were only able to go to the game because you were like, you know what?
I know, but
let's go to
these people don't need to know any of that.
It's all good. So what's been going on? How was the comedy show on Tuesday, man?
It was pretty good. We had a good turnout actually. People are starting to show up later, so I shouldn't say this, but I've had to start the show later. I'm still keeping the time on the flyer at the same time.
All right.
I'm just going to keep starting it a little later. But we still end up filling the time. Now, if we start getting like 20 to 25 comics that want to do time, then we're going to have to kind of be a little more on schedule and cutting people short. I don't know. I feel like some of the people are still new, and this is the first time they've even done comedy. So that like this is like their one guy is like fourth or fifth time being there doing it, and he was fresh the first time he did it, and you see the improvement. And I don't want to say I give people shit, but I guess constructive criticism in my own way.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, that's fine.
It's just basically like this. You went too long on this. Like this whole joke could have been finished here if you move this to this point. The whole joke would have been done, and you would have got a bigger pop instead of going. Because people think when they first start out that they got to be like Dave Chappelle or Tom Segura or any of the big or Bill Burr, like where they go and they tell this whole story But at the same time, they're telling these stories. There's jokes in between. There's punchlines in between. There's a setup, punchline, setup, punchline. And then at the end, there's a big punchline. So that whole story, but that takes time to develop that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a skill in itself, is just combining all that. Then you got to be doing more than a show every 2 weeks for 5-10 minutes. You got to be doing 2 or 3 days a week somewhere.
How much, I didn't think to ask you this. Obviously, I've been to like 1 or 2 of the shows. How much time do you normally give a comic, man? Like when they go up there? Is it like 5 minutes? Or?
I think I said this before, but it depends on who they are, their experience level, and my discretion, because it's my show.
Oh, okay. Well,
shoot your shot.
Get off.
Shoot your shot. Open mic night, by the way, in Springfield. Shooters Sports Bar and Grill. This next one is going to be August 2nd at 7:30. If you want to sign up, come there at 7, and we'll get it popping. But yeah, the time varies depending on their skill level, their experience, and whether they're funny or not.
Yeah, well, okay. I think that's fair. You don't want to watch somebody tank too bad, right?
Yeah.
I got you.
But sometimes, even if I know the guy's experience and then I know he's doing shows, sometimes even if they're not doing as well as I've seen them do before, I'll let them go, because that's part of comedy. You got to bomb. Like, that's the only way you learn what's funny and what's not funny, and how to work with the crowd, and how to help the crowd work with you, type stuff.
You gotta feed off the energy, right?
Yeah,
man.
Well, no,
not the energy.
That's an iffy way to put it, because the performers are supposed to bring the energy to the crowd, not the other way around. Oh. I look at it like because I've heard this before. A lot of comedians they'll say like, "Oh, that crowd they were kind of shitty," like blah blah blah. Like, but at the same time, I've heard other comedians say the opposite. It's like, no, the crowd wasn't shitty. You were shitty.
Yeah.
Which I want to subscribe to that logic.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, because if the crowd isn't laughing or responding, then you're not obviously doing your job, or you're not doing good. You're performing well.
No, you said it right the first time. You're not doing your job. If you want to make this a career, be a professional comedian, it's your job. That's what you do for work. It may not be the traditional sense of me getting up, ironing my clothes, taking a shower, shaving, and going to work, or going to a 9 to 5, but it's the same thing. It's a different style of work. It's a little more freer, and you can, if you're good, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I guess obviously the goal is to,
everybody has their different goals, though.
Yeah, no. But I just like the idea of accomplishing a goal and getting to a point to where you feel like you never are doing work, again, so to speak. So,
yes and no. Because when I do those shows, I don't feel like, although it is work, because I'm still doing something, it doesn't feel like work. It's because I like doing it. It's fun. Even though my anxiety up until getting on stage is fucking through the roof, once I actually get going and kind of get loose, then it's like, okay, this shit's fun. Like, there's a reason that I like doing this. It's just, I still got to get past that initial I'm fucking anxious, and I think the anxiety just comes. And I think everybody, no matter what performing arts that they're doing, I think everybody gets nervous before they go up. But I think it's, if you don't have those nerves, just like martial arts, if you don't have nerves before you go into a cage or you go into a jiu-jitsu match, you're probably not going to do well.
Yeah.
Because it's a natural primordial emotion.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to go in front of the tribe and I have to prove myself type shit.
Yeah.
And I think I said that before, but MMA, before you go into it, even if you're doing like a smoker's like an underground MMA match. If you're doing like a smoker, you're gonna be nervous before.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who this guy is. You never even heard of this guy. I'll have a match today? Like, have to fight this guy? Like okay, fight. But it's the fear of the unknown is where the because you could get hurt.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing. You could get hurt badly in a fight. Jiu-jitsu, you also could get injured. It's not as bad, but you could have broken bones. You have, in my case, dislocated fingers. Any of that shit could happen. But
now this smoker that you're talking about, is that for like entry level? Like
kind of,
yeah. Okay, it's.
I was just using that as an example. Not. I didn't want to get deep into it. I was kind of equating it to comedy. But same thing is like you got to get up on stage to get rid of that fear. If for anybody who wants to come out and do comedy for the first time, just come out, man. Like, we have a good time, even if we have a good time. Like, I have fun every week. I kind of wanted to switch to every week, but they have another thing going on the other Tuesdays that I'm not there. So
I see.
But yeah, I'm actually thinking about looking at bigger venues. It won't be like this year or anything. It probably won't be till late next year, but I'm looking for bigger venues because I want to do like a bigger show.
Yeah.
Just to see how it goes, and if it goes well, then I'm gonna do another bigger show and just keep going and going and going and see where this whole shit leads.
I wonder where a decent sized place in this area would be to do a show.
I know a couple. I don't want to name them because I haven't even.
Well, yeah,
done
no, I was
full
just kind
research.
of thinking out loud. That's all.
Yeah. I know a couple where I know other people have gone. It's just, for me, if I can't fill, I don't want to say fill the room, but if the room's not decently filled, then I don't want to do the show.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like if it's not half full or more, then I'm not gonna do the show. I'll do it for whoever's there, or put it together for whoever's there. That would probably be the better way for me to say it. But if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it so that it's like, all right, this joint is full. Now
it gives you more motivation.
Now these comics can do their work for real. And they can use it for their shit later, whatever. So that's kind of where I'm looking at. Now,
I know that you created the DMV comedy page.
DMV comedy group. It's a group on Facebook. Okay. So join it. If you want to know about comedy in the DMV area, join the group on Facebook. Yeah.
And Jared could put the little description in the link or
I might. We'll see.
Okay. Well, it's okay. So a few times in my life, I've had to get up in front, and this is mostly academic related things. Okay, outside of
academic related could be like drama class or improv class.
So I want to say my junior year, my sophomore and my junior year, and I may have even told this story before. I had an elective peer mediation. Okay.
Yeah, you've told the peer mediation story a lot.
Yeah, so you're judging me right now.
No, I'm not.
Yes, but anyway, so
for those who haven't heard the peer mediation story, go
ahead. For those that haven't, we went to the elementary school across the street from where we went to high school at, and me and a group of other students were tasked for putting on a play in front of the cafeteria for, I believe, like the third or fourth graders, or a combination of them both. Easily, obviously it's kids, so it makes it easier, because they're gonna, if you just goof around a little bit, they'll find it funny, or most of them will, maybe, I don't know. But we actually had to do something science related, and I got to put on a lab coat, and
full circle.
Isn't that crazy? So I put on a lab coat, and then I believe the young man that was working with me, his name was Kyle. I can't remember. But anyway, me and him just had this idea. We took 20 minutes to kind of figure out what we wanted to do. And then I had like the glasses, or just the frames and everything, put on the coat. And I walked out the stage with my clipboard, just walking, and I stop and I look over and I'm like, oh, hello there. Shout out to Obi-Wan. And I just kind of wung it. Do you know what I mean? We kind of improv the whole thing. And I was nervous because I didn't want to screw it up. It's for the kids and stuff. But we did really good, got the kids to laugh. It was maybe 15, 20 minutes. And then we were done. But that's probably like one of the only times I've ever done something like that. I've never willingly gone up and say, I'm going to go up here and tell some jokes because I'll probably shit my pants.
Again,
from anxiety.
I say the same thing that I just said. Like, you have to do it. Like, the more you do it, the less anxiety builds up. I, again, say you should have some type of nervousness or anxiety before you go up. But the more you do it, the less it affects your ability to perform.
Okay, this is true. All right. Well, no, I've always understood that mindset, but even me, like, I would have to.
I guess what I'm saying is stop being a bitch.
Hey, first of all, Jared, maybe.
I know you won't do it.
No,
but anyway,
maybe one day.
You're
in a perfect world.
Okay, I want everybody to see what's happening right now. Yeah, exactly. For the people who are listening, RJ's playing with his balls.
I'm not playing with my fucking balls, dude. Jesus. People are going to wonder what happens when the camera turns off. Nothing, by the way. We leave. We go upstairs, say goodnight to my mother, and we leave. I'm sorry. It's true, though. That's what we do. We leave.
Okay.
And we go to various establishments and then just like, throughout the day.
I don't do all that.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry.
People don't need to know what the fuck I do. They don't need to know what the fuck I do.
Dude,
They only need to know where they need to be to come see shows. That's it. They don't. Outside of that, they don't need anything else. But you know why I say that? I say that because a lot of the shit that I'm putting into my newer jokes that I'm working with pertains to that stuff. So I don't want to.
Oh, okay. See,
I don't want people. Yeah. So he goes and gets fucking. They don't need to know none of that.
All right. Well, I didn't know you were doing all that. Now I know. Now I won't.
You're supposed to be talking about yourself when you're writing jokes. Self-deprecation and all that shit, and I like my shit dark. So like I'm living life, and then I'll come out with some crazy shit.
All right, sorry, I have some indigestion. I had some ramen earlier.
Speaking of that, I sent you something you were supposed to look at. Did you ever look at it?
Yeah, are you talking about the not the green screen stuff or the dome, the Obi-Wan shit you sent me?
That was
TikTok?
one, but there was another one I sent.
Here, let me see, or if you can pull it up. I know you sent me that.
Yeah, because we talked about the Obi-Wan thing last week, the last time, and that's why.
No, that was cool. He was like,
but that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, no, I remember when you were saying that. So it was pretty cool, like seeing his perspective and.
So basically, what we're talking about is I sent RJ. We were the last show on episode 140. We were talking about how they filmed some of the Star Wars stuff now. A lot of the Star Wars stuff now, instead of green screens, they use a room that's just basically LEDs. Like it's like a dome of LEDs, LED televisions, basically monitors, whatever you want to fucking call them. So they can project on these televisions / monitors anything they want, any background they want. Like they can be in the desert of Tatooine in the background, and of course they have the little set in front of it, but they can still project anything they want in the background. So the way it's lit is the lighting still makes it look like they're actually in this place, which is like, again, we were talking last time how this is like kind of revolutionary, where you can combine the digital effects with the practical real life stuff. And it's like, and like he was saying in that video, he was like, it felt real. It made it feel more real, as opposed to when he was doing the first 3 episodes. I'm talking about Ian McGregor, by the way, if I didn't preface that. So now it's like before they recorded everything on green screen. So the entire set was green except for like maybe a lightsaber and the actual actors. But now they could do a lot of this stuff in camera and just basically cut a lot of time off of.
Well, and what it more than likely does too, it probably helps them get more immersed into their role,
into the character.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty awesome, because if you really think about it, yeah, they were just using green screens. After a while, it's just like, what the hell are we doing?
Matter of fact, I can pull up what it used to like episode 1 green screen. Let's see what we come up with.
Because if I was an actor, that's something that would I know it would benefit me or make me want to enhance my skill set or whatever the case may be to portray a role in a film, a show, or whatever the case may be. I like water. Water is good. Okay, so what do we got? So we're looking up the first 3 episodes, right?
I'm just looking at episode 3 because this is the one that I have in my head the most. So let me see. I remember there was one where they were climbing up on the thing. I want to. Okay, this one might work. I don't know if this is episode 3, but so this is what is that over there? No, it's not. So it's over here. So this is kind of what I was talking about. So what they did back in the day, they would build a set, and then so you got Darth Vader, you got the Emperor, and then you got I forgot this guy's name, but this is the set they built, and then they can put everything else behind here later in post, so onto this green screen. Like if you watch the show when we had the green screens here, we could put whatever image we wanted in the background of that, and that would be what would be showing on the green screen. You know what I'm saying? You remember that, right?
No, of course,
Okay.
of course. I only had 2 of them hanging down here on the wall forever.
Oh yeah. So if you remember that, if not, you can go back and watch old episodes of ours, and you can kind of see what we were talking about. But now, let me see if I can find the other thing. RJ, keep talking.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of looking at all the little things, the
I'm
pictures
about to
and stuff.
switch though. So
Okay.
I need you to.
No, well, I mean, if anything, building the set is cool, but you never really. I don't know. I mean, I think I'd be a great actor. Now that I think I'd win an Oscar, an Oscar-worthy picture, The Life and Times of Richard J. And then we would just catalog my life and every event that's happened in it, and then you would watch it, and you would review it, and you'd like it. That's what I think.
Those sound like bullshit.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find.
Let's see. So the lightsabers, when I guess for the practical effects, the prop, is it like a stick?
It's a stick.
It's a stick.
They
Okay,
they add the
obviously
that effect is added in later in post.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't tripping.
But that's one of the oldest effects that they had. I don't see any of the new stuff. You know what I need to put in? I need a volume.
Oh, volume.
They call it the volume.
Oh, okay. Here, let's see. So we're looking at. What about that second one on the second row right there?
This one?
Yeah, I can't tell really what that is. That just looks like.
Yes, this is, I think, that. So this one here. Yeah, okay, so series, Mandalorian. Okay, so yeah, they're talking about it here. So this is what I was saying. So I guess whatever, this is the ship that they're on, and this is them going into hyperspeed. But this is filmed on this big-ass LED screen, and they're probably filming inside of here. The cameras are probably inside here. Actually, there's some cameras here, but they're probably filming inside of here, so it looks like they're going into hyperdrive,
dude.
But it's all done in camera, so they don't have to go back in later and edit that in.
That's pretty sweet, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dope. And that's just one aspect, because like I said, a lot of them, there's backgrounds where they're just like here. I don't know if this one will.
I wonder what kind of like program you'd have to use to create.
Well, they filmed that stuff elsewhere, and then they put that in. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. All right, I got you. Because I was gonna say, I mean, that's some hefty software. You can just create whatever you want.
After Effects, Photoshop, all that still applies. They're probably still using Adobe and all that. Yeah, there's not enough. It's hard to explain, but you guys get the idea of what we're saying.
All right. It's pretty cool, though. If you're a fan of cinematography or whatever the case may be.
This is the future of film, to be honest. Because I was saying last time, Batman was done like that also.
Yeah.
There was the new Batman was done like that. There was scenes where they would use an LED monitor to put in the scene to make it look more realistic.
More legit.
Yeah.
Dude, I like the new Batman movie. It was really gritty. I liked it a lot.
No, it was
actually.
good.
Yeah.
And again, they used a lot of these tactics or techniques from, well, not necessarily from Star Wars, but that's just the way that the film industry is going now, especially the high-end films that need a lot of special effects, because you can project a lot of that stuff onto screens in high definition so it looks real.
Man, technology just never ceases to amaze me, man. It's just going to keep evolving and evolving and evolving, and pretty soon, I don't even know what to think. We'll have robots walking around the streets.
Oh, no, that's coming. It's probably a lot closer than you think it is.
So let me ask you this, since we're talking about this. If robots were to walk the streets of modern-day society.
Again, it's a lot closer than you think it is.
Okay. When this does occur shortly, here in the future, what do you think their purpose is going to be?
I think that is for me, that's the scary part, because a lot of what they're being developed for it right now is things like combat.
Yeah,
so they don't have to send humans in to combat. I mean, well, they're already doing it. Drones are robots.
Yeah, no.
Aerial drones, that's a fucking robot.
It is.
It's just someone's controlling it. I mean, they probably have AI, a lot of them. Actually, most of the newer generation fighter jets have AI all over them, because aerodynamically, a lot of those newer fighter jets aerodynamically, they're not designed to even be able to fly.
I gotcha.
The computer is what helps keep the plane flying.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So you're obviously, these are newer model planes. I just want to make sure
I'm talking about like the stealth fighter, the stealth bomber. The stealth bomber is more aerodynamically sound, but the stealth fighter, I forgot the number, I don't remember what it is. But the black triangle one, the smaller triangle one, not the big wide triangle one, the smaller one.
Okay.
The fighter. Let me pull it up. God damn it.
Yeah, no, here. So what I was so you're saying like so is this operated by a pilot?
Computer assisted, because they're not aerodynamically they're not aerodynamically sound. The principles of aerodynamics, lift and drag, are there, but the computer helps assist the pilot in a lot of that
I
stuff.
see. Okay. All right. That I just wanted to make sure that it was operated by a pilot, and
those planes are, but drones aren't.
Well, I know drones are.
But they're operated by a pilot on the ground.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to make sure that I had crossed my T's and dot my I's, make sure I'm not all all over the place, because that stuff is important. No, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to get to a point where you're even going to have planes, like maybe commercial planes, that are flown, from the ground, by a pilot.
That's probably coming too,
and whatnot. So, would you be comfortable with something like that? Like, if you were just in a commercial flight?
Do you know what autopilot is?
I do.
Yeah.
Well,
it's already here.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't really think about it like that.
Shit, if you ever watched the actual like pilot landing a plane, there we go. Okay, this is the one I was talking about a second ago. I forgot the number on it. It still didn't show up. But anyway, that doesn't look like it's supposed to fly, right?
No. Well,
it has wings.
So I see what you're saying now. Like now that I can visually see it. Sorry, I had to squeeze my head a little bit.
This is an actual jet.
So no. Actually, when I look at this, it actually reminds me from that scene in Executive Decision where they get up under the 747, and then they use the I guess a tube to attach to the bottom of the plane to get into it.
You're talking about a refueling plane.
Yeah. So
that would be the angle that they would see, but that's not it.
Okay.
It's not the same.
But when I look at that's like the first thing. Oh,
you're talking about the little, the actual hose itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so the hose, it has to be like that so it can actually fly and not fucking go all over the place.
Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. But that's what I think of when I see that.
Because that's why it's a triangle. Damn it! Now I gotta pull that up, RJ.
What? Well, at least it creates excellent content here on the Mad Scientist Lab. Podcast.
Using that water as an excuse to not talk.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I'm thirsty. I'm allowed to be thirsty and quench it, sir.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
What was I looking at?
And you said you were going to look. You said you were about to pull something up.
Mid-air fly. Mid-air refuel.
Mid-air refuel? Now, how often is something like that used?
All the time. They do training missions with it all the time. So I know exactly. Okay, so yeah, this is exactly what you were talking about here.
Yeah.
So let me bring this back over here. Okay. So RJ is talking about, here's the hose right here.
All right.
I mean, it's actually a structure, but these little wings right here are so it stays stable while it's in flight and it's being extended to the plane.
Okay.
Because this is one style, and then there's another one over here. There's another style. This one doesn't even have it, but this little thing right here is what's helped keeping it floating.
Okay, like maintaining,
stabilizing.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Some fancy shit we're learning here. Just refueling planes midair.
Yeah, they do. Bro, they do that shit all the fucking time.
So let me ask you this, since we're still kind of on it. Like, so the hose extends from one plane to the other plane.
Yeah.
Now, when it attaches, how does one go about? Say the hose attaches itself. Does it slide in, or does somebody take a cap off? Or
there's another pocket inside the jet where it locks up in there. I don't know the exact mechanism of how it works, but it goes in, locks up, starts fueling. It's probably pressurized too, because I think I've seen some videos when they disconnect, you see some of the fuel kind of skeet off. But that's just like if you putting gas in your car. You pull it out without getting rid of all the shit. Some of it leaks out, but you're not flying hundreds of miles an hour while you're doing it, so it just drops on the ground and not flies off into
the atmosphere.
Yeah,
and just wasting gas.
But then
it's too expensive.
It pops off, and then usually fighter jets fly in pairs, so they'll fuel one, then fuel the other, and then they break off, and then they'll retract, and then they'll go to another set of pilots or whatever. It's like a mid-air gas station for jets.
Pretty cool shit, folks. If you're ever in the air, make sure you get your gas.
Commercial planes don't do that, though.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I take that back. Air Force One has the capability of refueling midair.
Well, I would like to hope it would, considering
but that's kind of like a commercial jet. It's like a Boeing, whatever.
Yeah, the style of it.
Yeah,
and whatnot. I don't know, man.
The model. The inside is different, but the outside is probably the jets are. I mean, the engines are probably modified. There's probably a couple other exterior modifications, but for the most part, it's just like I forgot, was it a Boeing 747? I can't remember.
I was talking to a guy last night. I know him vaguely, but he actually flew. He was a pilot in the Navy.
Yeah, I have a guy that I have trained jiu-jitsu with before. He actually just got promoted to brown belt recently too. He was a jet fighter pilot.
Oh wow!
In the Navy also.
What now? When those jet fighters, do they come in limited? Like, are they handpicked, or is it something everybody can do? Or
fuck no.
No, well, not everybody, but is it? Like, do they only carry a certain amount? Is what I'm asking of people that.
Again, I don't know specifics like that. I do know you have to be an officer. Because I thought about when I was in the Marine Corps, I was enlisted, so I thought about I was going to get out because I hadn't gone to college yet. I went basically straight into the Marine Corps, and then when I was thick, because I always loved this shit. I always loved aeronautics and rocketry and all that shit. So I wanted to finish my time in the Marine Corps, get out, go to college, get my degree, and then come back in as an officer. That never came to fruition because of whatever. But you have to be an officer, which means in the military, you have to have at least 4 years of college. You have to have a bachelor's degree at least. Then you got to pass all these tests, and you got to be physically sound. So you go through physical tests. You got to have good eyesight. You got to be a certain height. You can't be overweight. And you got to be smart because you got to be good at math.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's math like I'm fucking on the fucking chalkboard writing out equations and shit. But it's more like I got to be able to figure out fuel ratios, like how much fuel I got left, because the measurements are different. It doesn't go by gallons or whatever, it goes by pounds.
Okay.
And then you got to know like your altitude and all that, and how to calculate all that shit and read your instruments, because you're not going to always be in sunny fucking weather. You might be in clouds or rain or whatever. Granted, a lot of times they're above the clouds, but yeah, you got to know all that shit. So it's a very stringent selection course to get through that.
Okay. I mean, I figured it would be kind of difficult, but it's like, oh, hey, like, dude, you're a jet fighter pilot? That's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's fucking hard. That's why they get all the pussy.
Well,
like, what do you do? I'm a fucking pilot. Like, you've seen Top Gun.
yeah, I know. That's
The
what
first Top Gun. That's why he was so fucking arrogant with old girl at the beginning of the movie. He was like, "Yo, we're gonna sing this bitch this song. We gonna fuck in the fucking bathroom."
bathroom.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they, because they usually can get whatever the fuck they want from anybody, because they're usually tall, handsome, good-looking men. No, you're laughing. This is real shit.
I know it's real. That's why I'm laughing.
I might have to make this into it.
Dude.
It's like, I couldn't be a fighter pilot because I'm short, black, and semi-good-looking.
Yeah, dude. No, next time we see an attractive man, we're going to be like, that's a jet fighter pilot, all right?
No lie. There's people I'd be like, that motherfucker looked like he could have been a jet fighter.
Oh, my God, dude. I love it.
No. Next time you, like, look it up, man. Next time you see, you know what? Let's look it up.
And speaking of Top Gun, that actually surpassed the Avengers in the box office.
That was inevitable.
Dude, that's like
a real movie compared to a superhero movie.
This is true. This is true. However, dude, that movie, my coworker,
it's gonna win awards. I'm telling you. I think he can win an Oscar. I just don't know what for though.
I mean, I don't
know about best acting or anything, but maybe movie of the year,
best picture. I mean, it's
same thing. Movie of the year, best picture. That's what I meant.
I mean, it's a really good movie. I feel like we need to go see it again.
I want to see it again. I've been trying to see it again.
Do you know what we need to see? My sister actually brought it up. Is that new Jordan Peele movie? Nope.
Oh yeah.
That
I saw a funny clip about that today, and when I saw the trailer, because it's well known for the most part that I'm not into scary movies or horror movies. You knew that, right?
Yeah, of course. Okay.
So
I
remember watching the first the first trailer for it. And it came on, and it was like Jordan Peele, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nope. Because I knew exactly what type of movie it was, even before I knew the title of the movie.
Yeah.
And then I saw a clip today. Who's the actor? The young African African British gentleman.
You know, it's crazy. I don't know his name, dude.
Can't remember his name, but he was in Black Panther. He was the guy that was a traitor to T'Challa. But anyway. Whatever his name is, he was talking about. He was like, why'd you call it? He asked Jordan Peele. He was like, why'd you call it Nope? He was like, because it's the type of movie that black people will be in the movie or watching the movie and say nope.
For real?
Yeah,
that's pretty. Hey man, that's pretty ingenious.
But that's the crazy part is like I was like I knew that's why he called it that. But it just reaffirmed like why he called it that.
Now, do you think that's a strategic marketing tool?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
Because I definitely want to see it.
Just like Get Out. Like, people were probably in that joint like, nope, I wouldn't be dating that white girl. Fuck that. I wouldn't be in that white girl's house.
Dude, man, that movie's good. Dude, he is a very good director. He's a very talented director.
He writer-director.
Writer-director.
Put some respect on his name, bro.
I am putting respect on his name.
He writes, produces, and directs those fucking things.
So definitely the next thing we got to go see in theaters. Very, very excited. You don't want to see it in the movies?
Nope.
No, come on. I see what you did.
You see what we did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there. I don't know. It's okay. But going to the movies, somebody was actually talking to me the other night how the movie theater, they're worried about them becoming extinct or going out of, like, Like it's like the way of old with all the streaming services nowadays. Now I know we were talking about.
It depends on the movie.
Yeah,
you're gonna see less and less theaters, but I don't think it's ever gonna go away.
because there's nothing really, at least to me, like going to a summer blockbuster movie, getting your popcorn or your soda or whatever, and getting lost in get taken out of reality for 2.5 hours or whatever the case may be. That's a good feeling because you come out of the theater, you don't have any sense of time, you don't know what's going on in the world, because
you're blind.
Yeah, that too, and possibly deaf if you go to those ones with the big old surround sound, Dolby Digital, like.
I don't know about all that. Okay,
What, dude? It's
your
like
peas. Your peas. Stop.
I'm sorry. No, but somebody brought that up, and I was kind of in the same mindset as you. I was like, maybe. But again, with all the streaming services now and everything that is accessible through a device, it's like, why go to the movies? Why spend the money?
Okay, so I'll tell you this. During the pandemic, I was able to watch every movie that I wanted to watch without going to the theater.
And how did that make you feel?
Without incriminating myself. How did it make me feel? It made me feel good because I got to see the fucking movie that I wanted to see.
This is true.
Now, post-pandemic, now that everything is back to normal, if it is not on digital yet, you're not seeing that. So you still have to wait. If you really want to see a movie before everybody talks about it, and you have to hear the whole spoiler alert shit. Now, I'm saying, like, if you're 2 weeks in and you haven't seen it, then I don't know, bro.
Especially a big budget film too.
Yeah. But like Top Gun, Doctor Strange, I had to go to the theater because everybody's gonna be talking about it. We're gonna do this show. We're gonna want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And if I didn't see it, I'm gonna be fucking trying to fucking act like I'm a kid. Not wanting to hear the shit.
Yeah, got to avoid spoilers, especially on the internet too, because you could be like scrolling past something on like Facebook,
but
and then somebody might post something or.
Oh yeah. I mean, that goes without saying, but yeah. So you got to see those, and Tom Cruise played the shit well, man, because that was like the biggest. That was a 2-year buildup. Because everybody was like, "Oh, the new Top Gun," and I remember when I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Yo!" and I posted it on Facebook. I'm like, "Can't wait for this! Can't wait for this! Can't wait for this!" Then the pandemic happened, and he was like, "Nope, we're not putting it out." Because remember how everybody was going to HBO Max? Everybody fucking panicked and like, "Oh, we got to get these out of here." You're not gonna make any money. You just drop it like that. That man postponed this movie for 2 more years. And now it's fucking the most grossing movie of all fucking time.
That's crazy. Tom Cruise is a smart guy.
He's the G.
So he actually, I believe, if I understand this correctly, he actually watches one movie a day. Like, I think.
I mean, he's studying his art.
Yeah, but somebody told me that recently. Somebody I work with.
Motherfucker, I watch one movie a day.
No, not me.
Oh, that's because you just.
I like playing video games and TV, and then sometimes I just like to lay there and stare at my ceiling.
You can do both.
No. Like, you mean at the same time?
No, I didn't say at the same time.
Okay, I was going to
say. What do you mean? You watch movies or you said you play video games? You watch TV. When you're watching TV, you can be watching movies.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes I'd like to find a show or something.
No, because you like to see. You're not doing it. You're not doing it for the pleasure of enjoying the actual show. You're doing it just because you want mindless sound in the background to soothe you. It's soothing you. You're self-soothing. That's what it is. Video games and watching TV that just doesn't exist in the background or exists in the background, you're self-soothing yourself. Because whatever you're going through is like, let me just put this on. This will soothe me. It's like a baby, like, I need I need my mobile. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, the little thing that just
playing
spins around.
playing fucking Star Night or whatever.
Star Night, Star Bright.
Yeah, whatever. It's called.
This is so funny that this came up. I saw something on the news. It was like one of those just random segments that had nothing to do with anything. It was like, how many nursery rhymes do you know by heart? And
I don't know them anymore. If I had kids, I would.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, man, fuck, I don't know. I was like, and then I started saying a couple to myself, and I was like, I don't even know how to finish it. Like, it was just a little.
Because it's not in the forefront of your mind. You haven't had to do it since you were fucking, I don't know, fucking 12 at the latest.
Nah, I even think that'd be too late, to be honest with you.
Well, I was just taking a shot in the dark.
But, nah, but I don't know. It was just like a random segment, and then I was just kind of sitting there, like, with my mom, and I was just like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know the rest of this shit.
You don't. If you had kids, it'd be a different story.
Maybe one day I will have kids. And then they can tell me, and they can insult me just like you do. Uncle Jared can teach them to insult their father. And then I can put on a helmet.
Don't tell me that, because
I know you're fucking sorry ass Will. And then I'm going to put on the Darth Vader helmet and like, you know.
No, that's like, Tom, Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, I mean.
Comedian. And then, okay, so Tom Segura, he has 2 boys, right? And they talk about this all the time. So they could still do 2 Bears, 1 Cave. Bert comes down to Austin all the time. So they record the stuff. So sometimes Bert stays at Tom's house.
All right.
So I'm assuming he has a big ass house in Austin, but you know what it is. So if you're a famous comedian, then yeah, you can do that. So one of his, or actually I think both of his sons, they came up with a name like on their own, and they're like 4, 3, and 5, I think, maybe. So they're young.
Okay.
And they call them Fat Sticks.
Fat Sticks.
Yeah. Like, where's Fat Sticks?
Damn, dude, that's fucking. I don't know if I'd let all that slide. Maybe.
I mean, they wouldn't be calling you that. Yeah. If your kids were calling you that, then yeah, you got to pop in the mouth or something. But yeah, I guess I would be the equivalent of. I wouldn't be Fat Sticks, obviously, but actually, I'm working on a joke about my body type right now.
Fat Sticks. That should be the name of the episode. Or is that like fucking stealing? Is that infringement?
We can. That's not infringement. It's not copyright or anything. But
this is true. Yeah, but we need our own source material, something that we think of and we do daily. Here, I gotta fix my chain. I didn't realize that.
Well, we won't do it daily because it's like pulling teeth to get RJ to do anything.
It's very complicated. I am very much happy in my safe space, and I don't like leaving it sometimes. It's just
and I'm not, but I do what I got to do because I got goals that I want to accomplish.
This is true. I'm trying to figure out what my goals are in my life at this point, but that is okay.
What are you? Don't say it. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You're 33, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you kind of should have an idea of what direction you want to go.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking about, dude. Honestly, after having the time off, my vacation time. And then going back to work this week, which was so difficult. Not because, 1, nobody likes going to work anyway. 2, and I won't say too much. It's just been a debacle. It's been a debacle at work, to say the least. And it's just like, man, I don't even really want to be here. And then I think of that's like, well, Jared's at teleworking. I just talked to a customer that's teleworking. Somebody that I know is like,
I'm not teleworking. I'm just at home working. I don't telework. What are you talking about?
Well, I equate it to like the same thing. That's,
I would say it's remote work.
Remote, okay, same shit. But then it's like, man, and then somebody's like, oh, and then this is what really got me thinking. Like, I was standing out back taking a break because I was running around, and somebody from the body shop walked over. He was like, hey, what's up, RJ? And I was like, hey, what's going on, man? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, rough day. And I was like, man, it's this, and that. He was like, tell me about it, man. I've been doing it for 13 years. And I was like, and I'm thinking, like, how? Like legitimately.
Again, people, you know what? This is a good little segue into people get complacent. They get comfortable. Like you were saying, you feel comfortable in your safe space. And there's no growth or evolvement as a person in comfort. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I left Papa John's, man. You know, I get it. I understand.
But you got comfortable for a long time.
Oh, I got to pay bills.
And you were there for what, 11 years?
Oh, yeah.
That's how he was there for 13 years. He was able to make a living, live how he wants to live, somewhat do what he likes to do, and that's why he's been there for 13 years.
Yeah, and so I'm trying to avoid that again, is what I'm saying. So I know it firsthand very well.
Again, you need to find a goal path that you want to stumble down, because you're going to stumble.
I know. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. I'm a smart guy.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, at this point, to be honest, you should have some type of direction that you want to go into.
Yeah.
So, and you've told me things before, and part of it is kind of doing this, but you didn't really take any further action besides us doing this weekly.
Yeah, this is true. Don't worry.
So without any further action or even a plan to begin with, you're lost. You know what I'm saying?
Lost in space.
You got it. You need a roadmap. The roadmap, the map may not take. Again, let me go back on to me. The map that you have laid out, and I'm calling it a map, but it's really a plan. The map that you have laid out for the direction that you want to go to hit said goal, and I don't want to call it a goal. I just want to call it a direction more than a goal, because I think as I'm getting older, I feel like goals, like once you can set a goal and you hit that goal, then it's like, now what the fuck do I do? You gotta set another goal. So you're always striving to hit goals, and once you get there, it's like, fuck, I put all that work in, and this is all I got out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to learn that now. It's like, I'm not setting a goal, I'm setting a trajectory. So, yeah, trajectory is the right word.
No, I'm
setting
following.
a trajectory, or if we want to get real technical, if you're doing land navigation with a compass, I'm setting an azimuth.
An azimuth.
That's the name of the episode. Write that down. Put it somewhere. Setting an azimuth. That's the name. The host. Yeah, setting an azimuth. So okay. I'm setting an azimuth with my compass. I want to go that direction.
I'm listening.
And I'm just gathering my thoughts. So I'm going that direction. I start moving in that direction.
I spelled that completely wrong.
Don't worry about it. Just I'll know what it is. I'm going in that direction. I may have to veer off onto a different path because of whatever reasons, but I'm still heading in the same direction.
Okay.
So I guess my whole point is, I'm not setting goals anymore. I'm setting directions and seeing what comes along that path that I'm traveling.
I gotcha.
Because that's another thing I've been watching. I've been watching the Kevin Hart's thing on Peacock. Actually, you have access to it because you have the Peacock.
Yeah, I do.
Heart to Heart.
All right.
It's his last name Hart, and then to Heart, like the actual heart.
Yeah. No, I got you.
The last one that came on that I watched was Jay-Z, because this is like the second season. This is a new season or whatever. But this one was Jay-Z, so I was listening to Jay-Z talk about his career, and like Jay-Z doesn't give a lot of interviews and shit.
No, actually, believe it or not, he does not.
So like for him to even do that, like I was like, okay, this is a must watch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because this is like modern day Jay-Z, billionaire Jay-Z, married to Beyonce Jay-Z with 3 kids. So this ain't the Jay-Z I grew up on that was selling drugs and making music and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I recommend it to everybody. Watch that episode. If you're trying to accomplish anything, watch that show. You pull what information for yourself is useful and just go with it. But then I watched the one today with Chris Rock. Okay. This was the most latest one. Mark Wahlberg's the next one, but Chris Rock one. Now that one was recorded before the incident.
Okay, I was actually about to ask you.
It was recorded in January 20th. They even said it at the beginning of the episode. So, but again, gems. You got to remember, Chris Rock he even talks about because Kevin Hart did that movie with Wesley Snipes on Netflix. Did you see that? Of course not.
No.
Very good movie. Very good movie, by the way. But they were talking about working with Wesley Snipes, and you got to remember, Chris Rock worked with Wesley Snipes on New Jack City in 1990 or 1991?
Yeah.
Bruh.
So, like 30 years ago, yeah.
And Kevin Hart was just talking about how much of a and Chris Rock called him how much of a Jedi master Wesley Snipes is at acting. And we all take all that shit for granted just because we see them all the time, but we don't take into account the work and the actual art that these people give to us. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Or
yeah, well, it does in the sense of like we're viewing it at, like, say me and like we're just viewing them as actors, or we're not viewing it as their art form.
Yes,
yeah, okay.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
So and I guess it kind of hits me because again I'm starting out in the comedy world, and I've accomplished some things in my life that I'm proud of, but now like the new direction or azimuth that I'm shooting for, I'm starting out at the beginning, and it's like, so I'm just taking gems from all these places and incorporating it into
then creating Voltron, Jared Voltron.
No.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to do that.
Just taking these gems from these different places or people who have already been there, and are like I'm like, all right, I need to use that because they're showing us the path that we should be going on, or to help us get to where they are, but at a faster rate.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because they're giving knowledge for you
and
to
the
consume.
The Jay-Z episode. You know what? I'm gonna stop giving shit to RJ to watch because he'll never watch it. So anybody that's watching, that's specifically trying to get certain things that they want in their life, I suggest watching the Jay-Z Kevin Hart Heart to Heart. It's on Peacock Network. You can probably find it on YouTube. Also, the Chris Rock Kevin Hart Heart to Heart. You can probably again find it on YouTube. And I suggest for y'all to watch I forgot the name of the movie, but it just came out. Oh no, it's called True Story. Basically, Kevin Hart's a stand-up comedian, and he has a past, and he has a brother, and this, that, and other thing. But Wesley Snipes is his co-star, and actually, there's actually a few big names in the movie. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, go watch that. It's a very good movie. I'm suggesting it to the people, but I'm also suggesting it to you. I know you won't watch it. However, that is my, I guess, motivational speech for the week.
All right. And with that being said, folks, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to episode 141. Yes, 141 episodes here of this Mad Scientist Lab podcast. As always, it is I, RJ, the pizza guy, along with Jared, the visual mad scientist. Jared, say goodbye. And we will see you guys next week. As always, please, please, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be safe. Enjoy your week. And drink water. Stay hydrated. Very important. All right. Peace.
I'm gonna hit you so hard you won't see nothing.
Like my head.
Ever, 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 ever.
Audio skulls all day.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist lab.
You can't have an opinion on something that you haven't even tried.
Exactly.
The merit scientist lab. The merit scientist